I'm David Maldo, the founder and CEO of Let's Do Video, where we cover business communications and productivity with, of course, a focus on the video. Today, before we jump in, I'd like to thank our sponsor, Media Network Services, MNS.VC. They provide a number of video-related services. You can learn more about them at MNS.VC. Speaking of video services, a lot's been changing lately. We used to produce products, video products, and tell the users, have at it. They used to be just based on whatever tools were available. We can provide this service and hopefully the users will like them. But now it's gotten so flexible, the users are coming to us and saying, hey, we want to do this, we want to do that, and we're able to make it happen. So to learn about how this is actually happening today, I'd like to thank my guests for being here. Jackie, can you please introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about your company and your role there?
Thank you very much for having me. My name is Jackie Chisholm. I'm the Director of Video Managed Services at CBCI Telecom Canada. We are across the country, and we've been in business since 1988. So my role here is to offer specialized services for cloud-based video conferencing, recording, streaming, and we have some really intuitive ways of doing business.
Providing video over the vast expanse of Canada is a story within itself, but what I really want to talk to you about today is something we've been chatting about recently. You have some great examples of how your customers have come to you with requests for video usage that we never would have thought of a few years ago. A few years ago it was, we'll put a camera in your boardroom and you have video. So you were telling me something about horse training?
Yes, well, you're absolutely right, David. We did talk about horse training. So very interesting. I have several reps across Canada that come to see me, and every day is different, which is what I love about what I do for a living. And there were two gentlemen in our boardroom, and they spoke to me about horses, and I thought, horses, okay, this will be interesting. And we came up with some really cool ideas. So ultimately, horse training is extremely, extremely expensive, as most people know, and they transport their horses to different countries. So somebody that's living in, example, Quebec, is training with a instructor, and they ultimately are transporting their horse to Ireland, Scotland, England, and they're saying this is, getting very, very expensive, and how can we do this at a distance? So we sat and we discussed a way that we can install cameras within their stadiums, and they would ultimately have the instructor speaking to the rider on his horse and telling him, okay, no, you have to place your feet this way, and this way. Pardon me. And so we are working on several projects that involve horses around the world and how instructors can literally be right there with their student and showing them how to hold the reins, how to place their feet, correct them as they're in the actual auditorium or stadium on their horses. So that's a project we're currently working on, which is thinking a little bit outside of the box, which is what I, again, love about what we do.
That's incredibly outside of the box, and I love it because it's a lot of the things that I love to write about and talk about. Sure, we've been able to record video for a long time. We've been able to put a camera in a, whatever they call it, where they train horses, and then send the video over to Europe so the expert can look at it. That's wonderful, but the interactivity of the live time feed, the rider wearing the headset and being told, no, well, whatever they do, whatever they're doing wrong, do it right. Absolutely. In real time is completely different. And the fact that you're able to just make that happen now is fantastic. And I hate to almost go to the next example. As much as everyone loves horses, as a former attorney, I know that not everyone loves attorneys, but you've been coming up with some cool stuff there as well. So what was that story?
Yes, so actually we do deal with many, many law firms in Canada who have offices across the world. And what's been really interesting right now is we're using M&S to do recording and streaming. There are a lot of new rules and regulations in the law firms where the lawyers need to be aware of these new rules and regulations. And there are hundreds and hundreds of lawyers that need the information. So what we've done is we created a solution for our customer which involved 8 sessions. So the lawyers needed to be at 8 sessions and learn these rules and regulations. So what we did is we rented a hotel room. We set up video conferencing in the hotel. And with the help of M&S as our partner, pardon me, we recorded the sessions and we streamed live to over 500 lawyers at a time. So what happened is sometimes we would have sessions where there'd be 50 to 100 lawyers sitting in the actual hotel, listening and learning about these new procedures. And at the same time, we were also deploying the same information to these lawyers that could be sitting at their home, also using our cloud services. So we have we've increased the productivity by anyone can join, and by adding MNS to our deployment, we can also record and stream to hundreds and thousands of people. So that use case has been very, very positive, and the feedback we've received from it is getting us actual future business in this scope. So it was a great solution. It was 8 sessions, which started in September, and our last session was Tuesday, and we will be doing more projects like that in the future.
Excellent. There's a lot that I like about that. My first thought is I love that dynamic of it being like a traditional meeting. People are there in person, but expanding it out to the web for the people who can't fly there. People are still getting used to video, and I think they're a little we'll get there, but they're still a little more likely to interact if they're there in person. So by having that group there in person, you have that back and forth, you have that interactivity, the questions get asked. But by allowing everyone, and again, going to the Canada problem, having everyone have to be there in person must be impossible, especially if they're lawyers you're having to deal with, getting to wrangle them up and make them go when they need to be there. Obviously, being able to expand that to thousands of people. And
well,
I'm sorry.
And to interject, David, exactly that. Lawyers are very, very busy, and many of the times that this session is being held at, for example, 8 in the morning till 11 in the afternoon, those 3 hours, many times the lawyer is in court. The lawyer is with a client. They can't necessarily be on site and take those 3 hours, because when the judge says, this is your time in court, you can't say, oh, sorry, I'm taking a class. They need to be there. So as any business, time is money. So it is saving them a significant amount of money and displacement to be able to take these sessions and courses that are mandatory.
Yeah, their calendars are definitely less flexible. And one thing I like about my current situation is my calendar is a lot more flexible. It makes life a lot easier. The other thing I really love about this is video technology has gotten so flexible that we're breaking down the lines between streaming and video conferencing and webinars and recording and all this. It's all just video. We have software. We're getting good at it. I first heard of MNS due to the recording product, which we're actually using to record this right now. You can go to rec.VC and get a free trial account and just have it dial in and record your video conferences. But as I'm saying, video is video, and they offer a number of services. So when you came to me and said, I'm actually using them for something that is involving streaming, as opposed to what I first knew them as recording, I'm like, wow, it's getting to this place where we could just sort of do whatever we want. So what has it been like? Can you tell me a little bit about how these services have been put together and what it's been like working with MNS to make it happen?
So MNS, it was an interesting solution because there's so many partners that we can choose. A little bit like the way we chose to deploy Econo in our cloud. We tried different companies and we looked at the different solutions and how can we make this all fit together to better serve our customers. And everything that we decide to deploy is to ensure that it's the best solution for our customers and that our customers come back. And what makes me very proud in using a company like MNS or deploying new products and services in our cloud and thinking outside of the box, as we mentioned before, is it's not just video. It's not here, I'm just going to put this in your room and I'm going to walk away and I'm never going to see you again. I'm going to see you over and over. We offer a white glove service. We offer recurring solutions for our customers. And I guess when I met with Larry Choi from MNS, that's when I said, wow, this is great. And we have a great working relationship. And we're always thinking of new ideas to offer our customers. So for me, those letters of recommendation that we receive, references to other customers is really what makes me jump out of bed in the morning and continue doing what I do every single day.
Excellent. It's nice when it's actually fun. It's nice when we actually have fun with this. And this is a really fun time because like you were talking, like you were saying before, it used to be we have your camera in the boardroom and video is this special thing. And if you want to use it, use it. And if not, not. But consumer video has gotten so easy and popular. There's so many different apps on my phone that do different kinds of video that I don't think in the business world people are going to be satisfied with boardroom video much longer. I'm doing all this great stuff at home with my kids or my family or whatever. I want to use this to make some sales. I want to do some fun stuff.
Absolutely.
So it's really a great time. So
it really is.
Is it too early, or do we have any good feedback from some of the users on some of these new fun things that we're trying?
It's not too early. We have many references from our customers. We offer white glove solutions. We offer, ad hoc conferences for our customers. We have many clients that have been customers for 6 years and continue to renew with us. With these new solutions we're offering, in the case of the 8 sessions that we created, already those customers are more than happy to share their story with others, and we are seeing the benefit of those references already.
Excellent. Well, it's a lot more fun to do these podcasts when instead of talking about next few years are going to be interesting, we're talking about what we're doing right now and how people are already liking it.
Absolutely.
So with that, I really appreciate your time. It was a lot of fun to talk to you. Thanks so much for joining me, and thanks for everyone for watching. If you enjoy this, you can see more of the same type of content at letsdovideo.com. And to make sure you don't miss anything, please sign up for the newsletter at letsdovideo.com/newsletter.